Hi friends, how are you? Today I'm going to share a video about SAP handling unit management. This video is completely theory. You may ask why this video will help for SAP technical consultant. It's always good to have functional knowledge. Then only we can understand the requirements clearly. Nowadays above interviews are very difficult. Interviewers are expecting a different skill set from above. If you even above consultant, they are looking for SAP AI5, Fiori, HANA, and also all functional domains knowledge. Knowledge in the sense basic knowledge. It's recommended to have different skills added to above. Today I will share my knowledge what I have in SAP handling units. This concept will help mainly who are working in inventory management and warehouse management modules in SAP. First, I will give brief introduction about handling unit. A handling unit is a logistic unit. It consists of packaging material and actual goods. Packaging material can be anything like box or container or pallet or carton, and also it may be a truck or container. Both packaging material and actual goods together we will call it as a handling unit. If you take a scenario, one company producing different materials or goods, and that company will sell their goods to different uh, retailers or stores. In real time, a company doesn't send each material separately to a store. Always it sends as a big packs. This handling unit concept starts from packing. Based on the material type and material group, we select the packaging material. Each handling unit has its own identification number. It uniquely identifies across all the process. All the process means here different goods movements. The basic functions of handling units are packing and unpacking, assigning the handling unit numbers, and also those handling units are mapped to different standard SAP documents. There are different activities while moving goods from one place to another place. As I said, handling units are used in different SAP standard documents. The documents may be deliveries, the delivery may be inbound delivery or outbound delivery, or material document, work order, and transfer order, etc. I will brief you about these documents. There are mainly two types of deliveries: inbound delivery and outbound delivery. Inbound deliveries are created when you receive the goods from different vendors. That time we will create the inbound delivery. Outbound deliveries are created while we are sending some goods or materials to the external place. That time we will create the outbound deliveries. Material documents will created whenever you are sending goods to out goods issue or while receiving goods from vendors. That time we will create the material documents. Work orders are mainly related to production planning. When you are manufacturing something or producing some materials, for that we need some BYM materials. In that scenario, we create the work orders. Transfers are created while we are moving goods from one location to another location in our own premises, and also we are sending any goods from one plant to another plant. That time we will create the transfer orders. Here we will see some basic transactions and basic tables, and they are widely used for handling unit. HUMO is a transaction code for handling unit monitor. Using HUMO transaction, we can get all the handling unit related information. Each handling unit has header and item data. Header data will be stored in VEKP table and item data will be stored in VEPO tables. Handling unit header information mainly contains handling unit unique ID number and also warehouse number, uh, dimension and volume and weight of the handling unit, and also packaging instructions. Packaging instructions is nothing but just guidelines uh, to follow while packing. Based on the material type and material group, the packaging material will be different. For example, liquids can be packed differently and glass items will be packed differently. Those all will be given using the packaging instructions. Handling unit item data contains information about what materials inside the handling unit, quantity and unit of measure, and stock type, whether it is restricted stock, unrestricted stock or consignment stock. All that information will be stored at item level. Handling unit object reference is very important concept, or not. I can't say it is a concept. We can say it is an indicator. It ensures that handling units is being used by certain process and cannot be processed somewhere else. That means, as I said before, as handling unit is uniquely identified by a handling unit number that can be used by across all the process. All the process means handling unit mainly created at delivery time, while starting point at packing. Then it will be do the some goods movement activities. For example, you are using the handling unit at pick handling unit process, but at the same time we cannot use the same handling unit number for packing time. That will be achieved by using the handling unit object reference. That object reference indicates that where handling unit exists at current position. Now we will see the interaction between handling units and inventory management in SAP. Using the inventory management concept, uh, all the information related to the goods or materials at our plants will be managed. If we are using handling unit management in inventory or warehouse, we have to follow some instructions. For handling unit management, we need two types of storage locations. One is HU managed storage location, other one is non-HU managed storage location. HU managed storage locations always start with the HU. Why you need two types of storage location for HU management is here we are doing the packing and unpacking activities. There is a restriction like we cannot place the unpacking items in HU managed storage locations. Opposite way, we cannot place the packing materials in normal storage location type. Once we unpack the handling unit, that time you need a non-HU managed storage locations to place the individual materials. Both the storage types should be assigned each other using the customization. We saw the relation between handling unit and inventory management. Now we will see same for handling unit with the warehouse management. If you take any big manufacturing company, they will have different plants at different locations. Those plants may be warehouse management managed plants, or some non-warehouse management also will be there. The process will be different from warehouse managed plant and warehouse not managed plant. In our scenario, plant is warehouse managed. Just before we discussed about packing and unpacking, there is another action also available, repacking. Some scenarios you may need to repack the already packed one. For example, customer cancelled some items and also we didn't deliver the goods to the customer. That time we can repack that one. But in warehouse management, there are different storage types, but we cannot repack at all the storage types. To repacking, we have to use a special storage type. That storage type is internal storage type. There is an importance for internal storage type in a warehouse. Internal storage type is not only for repacking the materials, it also used for the main other scenarios like when you receive the goods from a vendor. This is a starting point where we place the handling units or materials in warehouse. Same way, whenever we are delivering some materials or goods to a customer, and directly from warehouse we pick the materials and place it in term storage type. Handling units are mostly used in warehouse. When you receive a inbound delivery from a vendor, that inbound delivery contains handling units. These handling units will be placed in different locations at warehouse. We see some other transactions used in a handling unit, VL and MyGo transaction. VL is used for creating deliveries for handling units. The delivery can be inbound delivery or outbound delivery. MyGo transaction used for goods movement. That goods movement may be goods receipt or goods issue. And also for transfer order also we can use the MyGo transaction. This single transaction will be used for different activities in goods movement process. As we discussed before, each handling unit differ from other handling units. It will uniquely identified by a unique number. That unique number is a combination of different items. Some items are standard used by all the companies and some are specific to company and also action what you are doing. If we see the label here, the top one is the handling unit number. If you see that numbers, it is a collection of different items like outbound delivery, transfer order, storage type, storage bin, packaging material, all together we'll call it as a handling unit number. By scanning the handling unit number, we can find out what is the outbound delivery number, what is the transfer order number, where is the storage bin, what is the storage type, all the information using that unique number we can identify. In warehouse, handling units are scanned by a different RF devices. RF devices automate the manual process in warehouse. This RF device is just a handheld device. It contains the telnet client and it connects to the telnet server. From there, it will connect to the SAP console. From SAP console to the SAP backend system. That means this RF device directly interact with the SAP system. It will send data to SAP and also it will receive data from SAP system. There are standard transactions for RF devices. All the transactions starts with LM. In that there are some transactions related to the handling unit also. For example, we take LM19, we can use the transaction for packing and unpacking, and also we have LM45 for same packing and unpacking. Now we will see procurement process with handling unit. Procurement is nothing but the where get the materials or goods from external persons. Not only materials or goods, the services also we can procure from external persons. The procurement can be internal procurement or external procurement. In this video, we will talk about external procurement. In next video, we will see the internal procurement process with the handling unit. In this external procurement process, first a company will create a purchase order for the requested goods or services. After receiving the purchase order, vendor sends the goods to the company. Once the requested company receives the goods from the vendor, it will place that goods in warehouse management in-term storage type. If that company have EDI in communication with the vendor, we will receive the ASN also. ASN is nothing but the advanced shipment notifications. Before sending actual goods to a client, a vendor will send an indication that on a particular date the delivery will be received to that company. Inbound delivery will be created for the shipment using the inbound delivery or a shipping notification. It contains the actual handling units. If warehouse is handling unit managed, that time we won't create the inbound delivery with reference to the purchase order. Sorry, not inbound delivery. We won't create the transfer order with reference to the purchase order. We will create the transfer order with reference to the inbound delivery. Now we will see what is the transfer order. After receiving the goods from a vendor, those will be delivered at warehouse. From there we have to place that materials or handling units in different storage locations. In warehouse managed plant, those handling units or materials will be placed in a storage bin. To place the items in storage bin, we have to create some other documents like a TR document, transfer request. Using the transfer request, you can create the transfer order, or also directly from delivery also we can create the transfer order. While creating the transfer order, the system automatically generates the what is the storage type, what is the storage bin, all the information will be generated. At final, the transfer order contains information like all the handling units and also storage bins. After placing the handling units at storage bin, we can confirm the transfer order. Once transfer order is confirmed, goods receipt will be posted. That goods receipt will be posted SAP inventory management. With this step, the process will be completed. Just before we saw the procurement process with the purchase order. Here we can see the same process with the for stock transfer order. Stock transfer order or STOs will be created inside the company. That means inside our company we can have different plants. In some scenarios we have to move goods from one plant to another plant. That time we will create the STOs. Not only plants, if we are moving from storage location to storage location also, we will create the STOs. In this scenario, outbound delivery will be created at the supplying plant and inbound delivery will be created at the receiving plant. Supplying plant is nothing but the which plant is sending goods, and receiving plant is which plant is receiving the goods from supplying plant. Here we have to manually assign the handling units to inbound delivery and outbound delivery. This document also same as purchase order document, but here we are using the different purchasing document type UB to create the STOs. And this is some basic information about SAP handling units. In next video, I will give you about internal procurement process and also some technical details like what are the IDAC types, what are the EDIs are related to handling units, and also some standard functional modules and enhancement related to handling units. I will make a separate video. Thanks for watching my videos. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.